What's up, everybody? Welcome back, Random TV Reviews. Your girl and I.
Your boy standing live.
Listen, not what I expected, but I can't say that I'm all the way disappointed because I do have a lot to say.
Yeah.
But
I told her, I said, this is not a season finale. It's like a mid-season finale, so it's really not the end of a season.
Make us want to come back, though.
Oh, they know by now we coming back. They know we coming back.
I know we be talking skit.
They're talking all kind of bullshit, and then in March we be right back like that.
But y'all, listen. Numbers are growing. We thank y'all.
We appreciate y'all.
y'all.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button.
We need your help. We need y'all to get on Instagram. Random TV Reviews. Go on there and follow us because our numbers are low over there because we didn't start it when we started the channel, you know. Yeah,
so we need to come up.
Yeah, so we need to get that headway in the game, and that's our way of communicating with you all when we're not on, you know, something that you're watching actually, and it gives you the updates. Yeah,
and that information gonna be somewhere up in here,
in the panty section.
Yeah, up like on the video right there. Yeah, and in the panty section. So
we're gonna go ahead and start off where we have Councilman Diggs, right? He's trying to do this press conference where he's trying to relate to the people, and he's on this beach, and it was weird to me. I've never seen anything like this.
Nah, usually they in a freaking place with a nice little background and all that stuff.
Yeah, or they on green screen making us think they're somewhere.
They had the Bahamas.
So the one guy in the background, which happened to be a white guy, was like, "Hey, man, you ain't nothing but a bougie this, bougie that. You can't relate."
Skit.
Yeah. So then you got the girl, you got on Bonquisha and all them over in the side was like,
yep.
What you gonna do for us and da 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 da. So this is when Cookie Line
Cookie to the rescue, boy.
Best.
She was like, "Go ahead and move on out the way, right there, player."
She said, "I got this. I got this." She said, "Listen, I'm Cookie Line. Google me."
They said, "We know who you are."
And she said, "So you know what I'm capable of." Listen, we're gonna shake some things up. Yeah, there's some problems or whatever, but what we gonna do is we're gonna turn this from this bougie captain's ball to the President Obama inaugurational
the People's Ball. God don't bring your aunts, uncles, cousins, grandma, all of them. Bring all of them.
So they was like, "Okay, I hear you and everything, but where we gonna have this at? Cause you can't have us in there with our street clothes on, but we still over there at the ballroom."
That shit, no, we're gonna have it right here,
right freaking
right here, right by the water.
So you see Diane Dubois over there like, "Oh, the hell we not?
This is bullshit. Nah, we ain't having this out here."
So she tells her son, "said What the hell? We came back out of the captain's ball to have this street bazaar." I said,
"Say hey, really? you want him to win, don't you?"
I said, "Oh God." So then we see, we see a killer clown by the name of Lucious Line. He on a merry-go-round. He hops off the merry-go-round, and next thing we know, he gets a little ticket and gets in the Ferris wheel, right? So when he sits down, who up in the goddamn Ferris wheel?
Diane.
I said, "Oh, skid."
Say, what the hell you doing?
I should have had my no bullshit shirt on tonight.
Cause that was some bullshit. That definitely was some bullshit.
I said,
you got your bougie tail up in there talking to you meeting with Lucious? Out of all people?
He said, "I knew that air had a quite little chill in it when I got here." So she was like, "Okay, basically, let's cut to the chase." She was like, "That cookie, that ex of yours, you still have a thing for." Lucious said,
"Yeah, took them glasses off. Don't you ever try to read me."
She said, "I read books, honey, not
graffiti."
I
said the shade. The shade.
So basically, Lucious said, "Well, what does a person like you want with a person like me?" See, this is how this game runs. You know, y'all got all the power, but you need little street thugs like myself to clean up your dirty work. Yeah. So what is it? So she said that there's an editor that's going to write a that's going to do a piece on
Angelo.
The eve of this ball that's going to ruin his campaign, and I can't let this happen.
Yeah, so I need you to stop that for me right here.
So go ahead and silence that.
Yeah, I need you to persuade him not to publish that goddamn article.
Well, what you gonna do for me?
Yeah, so he said, "What you gonna do for me?" I don't know what he put in his mouth.
You eat that popcorn? that dry egg kettle corn. It won't Uncle Dave's because Uncle Dave's got the best kettle corn.
Yeah.
So she said, listen, I know my son, and basically I know you still got a thing for your ex-wife. So what I can do is, he got little buttons. I can push those buttons. And once those buttons are pushed, I don't think Cookie will be able to deal with those buttons. I said, oh, he crazy than Lucious? Because if she can deal with that, she can deal with anything.
Yeah, so in other words, I need you to go ahead and break all that skit up for me right here. I'll break that on up for you.
Okay, so next thing we see Lucious meeting with the editor at Club Leviticus. And the editor sitting over there. What was that movie where the guy was in the club and they was doing all this gangster rap, and every time they would do gunshots and he go...
Oh, I know what you talking about, daggone. I can't even think of the movie now. Yeah, I can't think of the movie now.
It's like, so that's how this guy was the whole time.
He looking around like...
And we got...
Like, what kind of skit I done got myself into? So
Lucious just talking to him about this, that, and the third. And Cruz was like, hey, we're going to do what we call black privilege. And black privilege pretty much means, to me, you have the privilege to do whatever the hell you want to do, but win.
Yeah, you ain't a fitting to be the freaking mayor of New York City.
He said, but you can run.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want to do, but he will not.
But he will not win.
I said, okay. So Lucious...
So we are giving an insight on how that bullshit really work.
Don't we have Donald Trump as the president-elect?
Fuck Donald Trump.
So, next thing we know, and if y'all don't know nothing about me, Onyx. So we got sticky fingers.
He come out there, ripped it,
but his all the lyrics is basically a threat.
Yep, to him.
Cruz.
Yep.
Telling Cruz basically, shoot you in your chest, I'll wet ya. Okay, but that ain't what he said, but y'all know what I'm saying.
But he was like, hold on, he was like,
is this a threat?
Call them lights, you know, the club, all them lights flashing.
Like that guy said.
People move to you fast and move back from you real fast, and it was like that.
So he said, Lucious said, let me tell you how this goes. They obey the orders of their leader. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be killing, murdering. We set you on fire. We make you disappear.
Now that joker said, he said, is this a threat? He said, nah, it's just music.
It's a song.
It's a song.
I said, Lucious, that shag is getting on my nerve, because now it's starting to sit out here like this.
Hey, don't hate on Lucious goddamn S-Curl.
No,
in the box, the $3 box you get from the Dollar General store. I had me one back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, I had me one.
So next thing we know, the scene cut, and we see Lucious talking to Diane, and he tells Diane, say, hey, that little thing that you wanted me to take care of, that little ripple that you didn't want to happen, it's done.
Yeah, that's done.
In his Olivia Pope voice, it is handled.
Yeah.
So he said, now that I've done my end of the bargain, what are you gonna do for me? This is when Diane started
backpedaling
and pussy popping, as S. Hutchinson and James Caldwell will say. So she was like, you know what? I'm looking at these numbers, baby, and these numbers say that they like Cookie. The Cookie effect is working for this guy doing campaign.
He 2 points ahead.
So Cookie ain't going nowhere. Lucious said,
oh, wait a minute. So you saying you're not gonna fulfill your end of the deal?
Basically, he told her, you done bucked up now.
Bucked up now. She said, what can I do for you? I'll get you a seat at one of the balls or one of the fancy dinners. He said, you know how many balls that I done been to?
I'm Lucious Lies, motherfucker. I said, oh my God.
But he said, you know what?
It's all right.
It's all right. I just take one for the campaign because I want him to win.
We need a black mayor.
We need a black. I said, that's bullshit. He ain't about to let her get away with that.
So the next thing we see Lucious over there talking to Cookie, trying to persuade Cookie to talk to Jamal about really kind of not performing. He was like, look, I'm really concerned about our child's well-being. Because if he gets on that stage and he flakes under your orders, you're not going to be able to live with yourself. And I said, him and this manipulation bullshit.
Yeah, because I don't want you to put our son's health
at risk.
It's like, you don't give a fuck about Jamal. Matter of fact, you used to throw the player in trash cans when he was little, when he came downstairs with his mama's shoes on. Now you caring about his health?
Yeah.
Boo.
So it got to
put the bullshit shirts on.
I know it.
God darn it.
So we might hold it up at the end of this. But anyway. So then we saw that was getting the cookie. Because when she looks down like this, he got him. Mm-hmm. So she goes over to Jamal's. And she was like, boy.
She gave him the shakedown.
You clean?
He said, oh yeah.
He said,
oh yeah.
I'm clean. Look, I'm clean and I'm blessed.
I'm blessed, yeah.
That's all I would say. And he look good.
Now, he ain't no crackhead. You know, he
ain't all.
He a pill head. We always call him a pill head.
Pill popper.
But when people on heavy drugs, they know how to get the look just perfect. Because they know you're coming after them. So they got to make sure that their freaking motivational speaking skills is on point to convince you that they not popping pills and smoking crack. That's their job.
So,
but he failed because Cookie didn't believe it. And she said, "Give me them goddamn pills." Give
he
them.
said, "Okay."
Okay.
She said, "Where the rest of them at?"
He said, "I ain't got." So he went on back. She said, "You better not be hiding none."
And she said, "Boy," and he went to the cereal box.
He hid them.
So they said, Cookie takes the pills and she dumps them all down the sink and she runs a little bit of water down it. I said, Cookie, you ain't supposed to flush them goddamn pills down the sink.
Yeah.
It's poison in the water system.
Yeah, they come back through. I don't know if that's a myth or not, but that's...
No, the pharmacist told me that. When I
they told you that for real?
When I go get my marijuana, they said, don't flush it down that toilet. Because they said it's going to get in the system. So they say if you ever have any that's left over, bring it back.
No, you didn't say it right. You get your cannabis prescription.
My prescription says weed. But anyway.
I can't breathe.
So basically, and then we saw a scene where Lucious went over there and told Jamal, said, look, hey, I'm worried about your health, son. But let me tell you one good thing. If you think about going up there airing out our dirty laundry and flicking up on the player,
you better think twice.
You better take all them pills and have yourself a permanent dirt nap.
Uh-huh. I said, dang.
Lucious. Now, my family is Haitian and we ain't even that ruthless.
Yeah.
We'll say some stuff to your tail. But God, doing a dirt nap?
Yeah, dirt nap. Nah, we don't do them kind of threats.
No.
Now, we're threatening to kill you now, but we don't mean it, though.
That's your side of the family.
Yeah, we'll threaten. I'll kill you.
That's your side.
Yeah. Like Bernie Mac said when he was on the comedy, he said, you know, black people tell you, we'll kill you, but we ain't gonna do nothing to you, but we just say, but yeah, they will kill you, though. Yeah, they will kill you, though.
So, we're gonna move on. So, Tariq. Now, Tariq don't piece together, because you remember last episode we saw where he was looking through the records or whatever, and he saw these initials, MM and BK.
BK.
Well, that's the Bashad. Remember when he was recording Freedom, when she was rapping? Well, she spilled the guts of who MM and BK is, so Tariq now knows who these folks is and don't link them directly back to Lucious. So he tells his boss, say, hey, I got enough evidence to go ahead and to investigate him or whatever. So give me the permission to move forward. And the guy said, look, this sounds personal and it better not be, but we can put a 30-day freeze on all his assets, shake him down and see what we can get out the deal. I said,
I was like, hi. It
was that easy?
It was easy.
So, okay. Now this the scene right here that had me tickled. I almost pissed on myself a little bit. Lucious and Anika laying in the bed. Sleep.
Sleeping in my bed.
So he turned from Lucious' line back on over to, so it's hard out here for him. And he said, what I tell you about being in my bed when I wake up? That's some pimp crap for you. That's that mind freak stuff. Like it turn you on a little bit, but it scare you at the same time.
She said, and your little guy ain't got a problem with it.
It is little. I synced it on Google. But
you did what?
I said on Google. I mean, females do that every now and then. Sorry.
Oh, so you already looking up dicks now?
If somebody say that somebody
on yourself,
if somebody say that somebody's stuff is leaked, I'm gonna look.
Hashtag dick search.
So, I tell you. Oops. So, Anika gets turned on by it, right? So next day we know. She goes underneath the covers to go and do him and
give him a what? What?
So next thing we know, we see when we hear Mama Lucious coming through with a Dyson.
Woo!
And she all up in the bedroom. He said,
Mama, what are you doing?
Mama. She said,
the same thing that she doing, except I'm sucking the dirt out the carpet.
I said, but when she was dressed up and going to y'all, cause Mama Lucious looked good. She said, I'm sucking, but except I'm sucking dirt out of the carpet. So, oh my God.
Honestly, they must do that every morning for her to time them that perfect.
Mama Lucious is ruthless. But y'all, I'm so confused because I'm like, I thought this whole act of them, well, they don't like each other, but I thought they were getting along for the act and they were going to go back to kind of being normal with each other, like cordial.
Oh, no. She can't stand freaking Anika, so that ain't no act. That's for real.
I said, dirt.
Now, so, they do the acting in the street, but in the household, that's real right there.
So, Lucious, we see Lucious go over there to where Tariq's job at the feds. And he said, hey.
Here I am. Here I am.
Take me.
You want me? Here I am.
Him and Thirsty. I said, hey, this ain't gonna be good. I said, what the hell? He said, brother, I'm sorry. He said, but this ain't the way to do it.
Yeah.
He said, my father, our father, you know, he only messed up one time in his whole career. He was a good man, good cop. And he wanted you to have this. And he pulls out his daddy's old bag, because you know Mama Lucious gave up with the weaknesses. He wants something of the daddy's. So he pulls out the badge. And he says, my father, before he died, you know, he did make a mistake and make a bastard. That is true. But he told me to look after my brother. But I didn't know your name. And I would have looked out for you. But I didn't know your name, dog. He said, oh, all of y'all
didn't know that he was my brother. And they was like, are you trying to take down your brother?
And then he gave him the badge and said,
there you go.
This ain't what brothers do.
Well, I said, got him. Got him.
So then we see Nessa. Nessa is over at Andre's. I guess she'd have moved in by now because she don't leave.
She got to be.
Well, he over on the couch laid up in fetal position. I said, did he die? Please don't tell me Andre died. I've been hearing rumors he been trying to get off the show. So,
I hope he don't get off the show.
No, we need Andre.
We need Andre, yeah.
I like Andre when he off. I really do.
Yeah, that's the perfect part right there.
Yeah.
It's just funny as hell to me.
But I think just look at Andre's Instagram. I told y'all.
Look at him in real life.
He acts like that for real. In videos watching. So Nessa was like, you know, what's going on with you? And he confesses that he suffers from bipolar disorder. And he explains what it is. And she said, hey, I know what this is. And I don't deal with a whole bunch of crazy folk in my life.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. But she said, what did your wife used to do? I said, what the hell? He said, well, my wife used to take care of me. She used to cook for me. She calibrated my meds. She made my doctor's appointments. All of that.
She did all that for me.
Nessa said, shh. I ain't doing none of that bullshit.
I said,
He said, so you gonna leave me? You gonna leave me like all the other stuff? And she said, no.
I'm gonna help you learn it yourself.
I said, that's what
That's what that chocolate would do for you. He said that white woman did all that stuff for you, but this chocolate woman gonna help you.
She gonna make your tail grow the hell up. I ain't pacifying that bullshit.
Yeah. So I ain't your mama.
No. Say if your mama didn't raise you right, then I'll give you a few lessons in life, and you can take it or leave it.
But on a serious tip,
I ain't taking care of you.
On a freaking serious tip, she crippled that player.
She did.
Now she dead, and she still got control over his tail.
But did you see the look in his eyes like, wow, you gonna make me learn how to take care of my freaking self.
So,
yes, do some freaking
Because like if something happened to Nessa, you gonna be right back in the same spot that she do the same thing that freaking whatchamacallit did.
Well, Nessa had some orders for Andre, and so did that dead A. Rhonda.
He looked over in the corner, then she said there, she trying to take you away from me. I said,
oh.
You already go. God darn it.
What we not gonna do, we not doing this, and we not showing back up for another threesome. We not doing this, Rhonda.
Oh no, she won't about no threesome now because
she pissed.
Yeah, she pissed off because freaking Nessa trying to take her husband. Your husband is gone.
So next thing we know, we see Andre sitting on the beach. He holding somebody that ain't there. And I said, don't nobody else see this dude?
Don't do this. Don't give us another episode of Ghost.
I said, oh God. So he's sitting on the beach. You gotta let me go. You gotta let me go.
You mama on Ghost.
Yeah, I do.
When they took that penny up the door like this. That movie made me cry though. That was that movie, man. I ain't even gonna lie and play that movie. That was a sad movie, man.
I said, wait a minute.
That movie made me cry. We like, wait a minute. We crying over Ghost right now. God dog.
I said, oh God.
That's some Patrick Swayze movie for you though.
Oh yeah. That's some mess for your home parts.
Whoopi Goldberg, yeah, that's all that stuff. That's when they make good movies, but
no, that's bullshit. They make no.
That's bullshit, yeah.
So Rhonda said, you know what? I'm gonna let you go, but you gotta make me a few promises. Promise me that you will finish what the hell we started. And that is, you make her the star. Go ahead and make Nessa the star. But you control the empire.
Yeah, take it over.
And then promise me you'll kill that bee.
That
kill me.
And the baby. I said, wait a minute.
See?
But see, the bad part is that we were sitting there going with this bullshit. That this dead woman is making demands from the grave. And we sitting there like this.
But you know what? Like James Caldwell said, I'm about to go down in my soapbox and I'm going to come back up like he do. Listen, this is what happens in real life for real. Sometimes we'll have people that die that's really, really close to us. And we'll know what their will is or their aspirations are for our lives and how they want us to be and all of this kind of stuff. And when they die, we're still living out their
trying to fulfillment
for our lives. And some dead people still got a hold on some folk and they can't live past what grandma wanted them to be. Grandma wanted me to be a nurse. Well, no, you want to be a doctor. Be a freaking doctor. So then it takes another spin where you'll have people that like they'll lose a loved one or they'll lose the love of their life or something like that. And what they'll do is they'll find a replacement. Not necessarily saying they're trying to replace that person, but those same dreams that they had in that relationship and those same goals that they had in that relationship, they still try to take it out and fulfill it in this new relationship. So basically, Nessa is pretty much a statue and gonna go through the motions of all the stuff that Rhonda wants.
She gonna be a chocolate Rhonda.
Basically, but at the same time, Nessa is kind of Rhonda, you know? So they'll go out and find somebody.
They'll find somebody that acts like them and somebody that looks like them.
Well, not in this case.
Not in this case, though.
But she has.
But I've seen it.
Very internal, yeah.
I've seen it, though.
So, yeah, that's basically it. So, Rhonda said, hey, I'm going to let you go. And she walked on water like Jesus. And Kanye was singing in the background. Jesus walks with me. And I'm going to get off my soapbox like James Caldwell said. Boom, 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 boom. Bam. And I'm back. So, Andre went ahead and threw his wedding ring in the water. And I guess he's free to live his life with Nessa. So, you better not show back up.
I think she's going to show back up.
Now, that's not fair.
In March. She coming back in March. She coming back to make sure that he fulfilling the bullshit that he told. Moment he don't do it, she going to show up.
But didn't I tell you?
Didn't I tell you to take care of it? You ain't killed her yet. You ain't took over yet.
She going to show up
like... You betraying us.
she going to show up like Anonymous. This is anonymous.
Then Andre gonna be like,
he'll be in that shower again. So then we got shot. The shot, it's funny when somebody put a ball in motion, then they come back and catch the ball.
yeah.
Shad put all this bullshit in motion and got the goddamn money freezed up. Now he goes to Lucious with the solution.
Problem, reaction, solution.
Basically, I got 50 mil. I could liquidate some stuff, some properties.
Some monuments, some
and
strip
some
clubs, some
shops.
clubs.
And
Like, wait a minute. First of all,
what you got?
you ain't
50
got
mil?
that kind of money up in no barbershops and strip clubs. And come on now.
Unless you're in power on power.
We know it's drug money.
So he said, but in exchange for me fronting you this money, I need a seat at the table.
No, he said I need a steak in pie.
Yeah, a seat and a steak.
He said that a ribeye steak.
He's
at the table.
I said, ooh.
He said, got him.
And we see Tariq. Because Tariq now don't realize he been played. Tariq is like, hey, oh, wait a minute. What's going on?
Said,
He said, hey,
why
it's all good.
Why did you go around and give Lucious 50 million?
After we froze their assets together. He said, it's just business, bro.
This business, yeah. You got played, yeah.
He said, you had 50 million. You could open up your own label. He said, I want this one.
I want Empire. This is the dime piece right here, yeah.
He said, take a drink with me, Teresa. I said, So we over at the People's Ball, finally. Everybody's performance go out with a hitch.
The performance was good.
Yeah. Reminded me of when President Obama got... I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah.
Because when he was, when his inauguration came into place, there was something for everybody to relate to. Like all these other presidents and stuff. You know, you watch, you're like, oh, hey, whatever. But you were actually, that related to everybody.
Yeah.
So even if you weren't a part of that right there and that wasn't your speed, then they had this ball over here, they had the teens ball. So that reminded me of something like that. Where they getting it in, having the performances. Miss Dubois, she loosening up a little bit. I said, go ahead and put the shoulder in it. Just put the shoulder in it. But next thing we know, nobody can find Jamal.
Where's Jamal? I said, oh hell, he done flaked out.
So Beckett was like, his car was waiting for him 2 hours ago.
2 hours.
So Cookie runs her tail over to his apartment. He over on the couch throwing up. He going through withdrawals.
Yep.
And he was like, I need my pills. I need my pills. I need my pills. And she said, no, boy.
No. I'm calling 911.
Yeah, and you will do this sober if you do it at all. He was like, no, press, all this stuff. And the next thing we know, he begged for the peoples again. She had a look in her eyes, and I'm going to talk about some skit on this one. Next thing we know, Cookie goes and gets a wrench. And goes underneath the...
So my daddy was a plumber.
And she takes out these slimy pills. I said, rinse them off or something.
Rinse around and rinse them off.
Rinse them off. And puts them in Jamal's mouth. And basically was like, perform, boy.
Let's go.
And he gets on that stage.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Because I think you're going to go before me. And he gets on that stage and kills it with his high self.
Yep.
And his daddy looking at him like...
At first, I thought he was flaking out because he stood there for a little while. He was flaking out
for a minute. And Cookie slapped the piss out of him. And
Bow! And I think she be smacking them for real on that show.
She do. Now, this is what I'm going to talk about. That pissed me the hell off. Because we'll do that sometimes. We'll enable people when it's beneficial for us. Okay. You know your son has a problem. He's freaking going through withdrawals right before your eyes. But because you need him to perform for your man's ball, then all of a sudden I can find a few pills to get you through so you can do your circus act and we can go ahead and get the show on the road. And now, then after it's all done, we're going to try to fix this thing. No.
But at the same time, he manipulated her though, because she was going to...
What is drugs? Yeah. Druggies?
Let me finish.
What is they know?
Let me finish.
They what? Motivational speakers.
Because see, she was going to go through and do the mama thing. But them boys got away.
Them boys and them
twisting their mama's arms. Mama, I tell you, come on, mama. Come on, mama.
I'll do it.
Don't you know I do it? Cause I'm a what? Crackhead. That's what they do. So mama wanna be mama, but them boys know how to. I don't get it. I don't. You know, I guess I never put my mama in that situation to manipulate her to do stuff for me, but I probably could do it.
You could if you wanted to.
Yeah, you know, I can act like I'm broke. I got $1,000 for my broke. Okay. Get the last dime in her pocket.
She'd be like, I'll put my house on the market tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, God damn. So he does what he does, barely makes it off the stage. He tripping, like his high is at a Snoop Dogg level by now. As soon as he gets off stage, then Cookie turns into mama. It was like, I order you to rehab right now.
He's
you
like,
need
no,
to
no, mama, no, you can't do this to me right now.
And Lucious was like, it's time, son. I would have punched him in his throat.
They had like a little family intervention set up there. They had all
Yeah.
the people, and all of them sitting around. It's like,
I said, okay, whatever.
but anyway.
So then when they was exiting the ball, Cookie, Lucious, Angelo, and Diane, they walking. So Lucious is telling Cookie, you know, good job, you pulled it off. You know, but go ahead and go on over there with your man. Now this whole time, I'm peeping at these balloons.
I was like, what Lucious doing with all these throwing balloons?
I said, I knew I called him the killer clown, but that's what he is.
Yeah.
With these balloons. So all of a sudden, Cookie goes over there and she kisses Angelo. And they pecking and pecking. And I said, Lucious just gonna let this go down in front of his face. And y'all know how he is about his cookie.
Yep.
So the next thing we know, he said, Angelo,
I forgot.
I got a gift for you. And them balloons went to the side like on cheaters.
The camera.
You know how cheaters?
Yeah.
Hey. Where were you in October, a night in October 1988?
Say what?
And the mama was like,
no.
And Lucious looking at her like, you should have never crossed me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He done brought the editor to the goddamn place.
Yep.
To just
I knew he was not gonna let her get away with that.
a straight ambush. I said, Lucious, you ain't no good for that one. And Angelo said, hey, I got a DUI. And then Cookie goes
like,
into damage control.
He was like, everybody had DUI.
Clinton Young?
Yeah, Clinton got DUI. Obama smoked weed and put it in his book. You know?
She said, I take a little weed too, private. But then he said, but you didn't drag a little girl to the bottom of a lake or something. It was something on a lake.
Girl got killed in the bottom of a lake.
And
it's
I
like,
said, oh. And Cookie was like, oh. And he was like, oh. And I said, oh, Skid. The demons is coming out.
But at the same time, though, like I told you.
We knew they was going to come out.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, everybody has a past. Everybody's worse than other people. It's like every time somebody try to run for office or run for a position of power, they go and dig up some bullshit. You gonna find some bullshit.
If you dig, you find.
I'm pretty sure he probably did some jail time for that. So he did his time.
He didn't. They got money. Pay that off.
Now, if it was like some bullshit where it, you know, happened, but at the same time, he was what, 17?
Did Brandon Norwood for serving the time when she hit that woman and she died? No. So she didn't.
We got police officers killing,
and they don't
do no time. So it's bullshit.
So
let them be mayor. God darn it.
So Lucious basically
change your life.
So Lucious had the balloons and basically looked at Diane and said, "Gotcha." He let and the killer clown let the balloons go, and he walks off into the night. I said, "To kill again." I said, "Oh my." So then we see Andre. Andre goes over to Club Leviticus. Shaw turning up.
Tio turned up. He got strippers everywhere. Liquor flying.
He's celebrating, y'all, because evidently he got what he wanted.
He got a seat.
And he thought Andre was coming to stop him. Andre said, hey.
Nah, brother. I'm coming to celebrate with you.
Carry on. He said, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you over in the corner. Listen. All I need you to do is respect the anarchy.
Yeah.
That's the hierarchy. And
because I know you had something to do with that situation, you know, with the 50,000. I know
the 50 million.
The 50 million. I know you had something to do with that.
He said, oh, I can prove.
Yeah, I can prove all that.
You liquidated that stuff 2 weeks in advance, which means that you set it in motion so that you would have the capital to go ahead and do this. So And the one thing my father don't like is a snitch.
It's a snitch.
And he loved loyalty.
Yeah.
So
snitches get stitches.
But you do you, and you let me do me.
And I'm gonna pull the strings.
Until
including
it's time.
He said I'm gonna pull the strings, including Nessa.
And he said until it's time.
He said time for what? To kill my father.
I said Andre gotta kill everybody.
Yeah.
He gotta kill Anika. Well, he can kill them together now because they be in the bed together.
That's all you gotta do is catch them in the morning. Or in the middle of the night.
I said, darn. Well, we sorry that it took so freaking long. But, you know, mid-season finale. They're always long.
Mid. I don't even know we tell the title of it.
It don't even matter. Like Mike B
it don't even matter. And again, like we said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry that it's a longer vlog, but review.
Yeah.
But
oh, and don't forget to check out our vlogs too.
Yeah, go
Life with Us TV is always linked below. It's always over in the right corner. All that good stuff. But thank you all for watching.
And we want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because I don't think there's no more vlogs between now and then.
Reviews.
I keep on saying vlogs. Lord, I must need a vlog.
Because we need a break.
But we might come back on and do a video. I don't know. But
we were thinking about doing a Q&A.
Yeah, but just in case we don't, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your family. Be safe.
Straight from the VA.
Don't do anything I won't do.
That leaves you wide open.
Yeah. The door wide open, soaking wet. 2 up, 2 down. Holla.